Radio V.
All right. Welcome. Hi.
Hi,
you guys. Where are you calling from? What city are you guys in?
We're in New York City.
Oh, hey. Hi, New York City. I like your beard with your sweater. That looks nice.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit, just for those who don't know, and I didn't know till just last week, tell us a little bit about geeks.org, your mission, and a little bit about your history.
Yeah, Geeks Out is a social organization. We're a brand new nonprofit. We began in 2010, just after the New York Comic Con, to do something with the leftover and slightly unfocused energy we felt after a too short, too quick, clear interest panel at the New York Comic Con. There was lots of energy, there were lots of questions, but it was just one panel to address all LGBT issues, ideas, characters, themes across all of comic bookery. And that's just not enough. And so at the end of the panel, we were left with all this sort of emotional energy and curiosity. We wanted to meet the other people in the room and sort of realize that there was the makings of a community here. So that was really our mission for the first year and a half, was to build that community, establish our website, geeksat.org, the Facebook community, and really host monthly events in New York City, which is where we got our start. And now our mission is to rally, empower, and promote the queer geek community, to make geek spaces safe and friendly for the queer faces who are already there, and make queer spaces even geekier than they tend to be already. And we're having a great time. There's a lot of success. We're making a lot of friends around the world and here in town. Patrick is one that we picked up at one of our first events.
Patrick, are nerds allowed to be involved, or is it just geeks? Because I think I'm a nerd.
Absolutely.
No, you're not a nerd.
Geeks and nerds is a really fine line. Geeks are people that are more into pop culture, like fantasy novels or comic books or horror, things like that. And nerds are a bit more techie, sciencey type of guys. You're lucky you asked him and not me, because I would have said, no, we do not serve your kind here. I'd have rolled up the ladder to our treehouse and not let you up.
No, but Patrick, I'm glad to hear that definition, because it is a fine line. But I see nerds, you would be more of a nerd, I guess, because you're so technically savvy.
Exactly.
Whereas the geek is more fantastical. That's interesting.
I'm definitely more of a geek then. But
Yes.
but I like both. I walk both of those lines.
You do, but I definitely think you fall into geek.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll
We're
speak.
versatile. For the geek and the nerds in the studios to fight now.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
But so
is there a bitch organization? I could belong to that.
Yeah. Oh, you could lead it, actually.
I nominate Ryan.
I came across your organization, and I'm so glad that I did. But on a Facebook page where someone had posted your campaign, Skip Ender's Game, and I would like for you to talk a little bit about that. You have this campaign where you want people to boycott the film, and tell us why.
Well, Skip Ender's Game is about bringing the facts of Orson Scott Card's very, very public record of activism against the gay community to the forefront, so that consumers who are being sold this movie, this massive Hunger Games could be, would be, never going to be franchise, can make a really informed decision when they spend their dollars. And we came to the conclusion that our community, the queer geek community, cannot afford, both literally and figuratively. I mean, I work hard for every dollar I make, but also we can't go against the interests of our community just because of fandom and just because of a long-held admiration, if there is one, for a so-called classic sci-fi property.
Yeah.
So we said that our community should skip it. Don't go. Orson Scott Card does not need your money to continue to call you a sexual deviant who wants to emulate straight marriage because you're locked out of some kind of normalcy. He doesn't need my money to do it. He doesn't need your money to do it. Whoever wants to go see the movie can see the movie. It was really about us. And by us, I don't mean Geeks Out. I mean the queer geeks around the world. It was about what we do with our money in the face of someone who was an enemy of our community coming up into our yard trying to sell us something. Well, and we were just encouraging everyone who wanted to stop and take a look at it to say a very firm no thank you and shut the door right in the face.
I as a result of your site and I ended up going to other sites that list some of the stuff that he has said, outrageous anti-gay stuff, which I had no idea, and I had no idea about it until I came across Skip Ender's Game, which I'm grateful for. Patrick, would you characterize geeksout.org as an activist organization? Is this something that has always been a part of it, or is this kind of like the first time you guys have done something like this?
We're a community organization, and by that, what we do is bring queer geeks together. And we saw Orson Scott Card as a threat to this. Just the thing that he has said is really antithetical to what we've been trying to do. And this is our first major campaign to get out the word about anything. So we are kind of testing the waters to see what's next. We've definitely been able to rally hundreds of thousands of people around this. Our MoveOn.org petition received over 11,000 pledges. We did a thunderclap, which reached over 100,000 people through Twitter and Facebook. And we definitely got a great response that we'd be happy to build on.
Geeked Out is for more than we're against. I mean, we're a bunch of fans. That's what it's about, to celebrate the things that we all love together and to be able to be 100% of yourself, completely geeky and completely queer at all times, not to have to censor yourself. We saw this as an opportunity to marshal, I guess, the community that we'd spent the previous couple of years finding, developing, encouraging, and this was our chance to really stand up and say something. I think that one of the biggest legacies of Skip Ender's Game is the recognition of this worldwide queer geek community that has a point of view, that has a place in the pop culture conversation, and a very real place, as you pointed out, in the marketplace.
Yeah, we have to wrap up, unfortunately, because we've reached the end of the segment. And,
I'm sorry.
No. I am so thrilled that you all joined us today. I love your organization and what I've learned about it so far. I'm going to be signing up this weekend as a nerd. But thank you so much, too, for helping me figure out how to have you guys on the show this week. And congratulations on the work that you've done, the response that you've had, and keep on keeping on. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chatty Man. Thanks so much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend.
T-Radio V. Radio in TV. Radio in TV.